Hey, what's up, what's up, what's up, what's up? How's everybody going? It's Kev, the Kev, the Casual DJ coming back at you. Because I'm having a little rough time this week. I got a kind of a bad toothache and all of this and some other stuff going on. But hey, whatever. It is what it is. We keep on pushing. We work our way. We wiggle our way around and we keep moving forward. If we can. But anyway, yeah, back for another Tuesday episode, 10 Man Tuesdays. We're talking about kind of get a little bit deeper into actual marketing concepts for entrepreneurs, small businesses, home-based business, all that type of thing. Those who are into that, interested in those types of things, which is what I'm kind of specialize in. And businesses, I learned from Robert Allen a long time ago, is mostly marketing, primarily. So what it is marketing. But anyway, this is talking about we're talking about something called I call it S.A.M. S.A.M. Do a lot of anagrams. It stands for Simple Attraction Marketing. It's 10 Man Tuesday. That's where we get 10 man each week, 10 men each week, 10 people. That'd be men. 10 people each week, or 10 students each week to, who want to get into the classes or whatever. I'm hoping to start those next week. The 10 days to cash flow classes, we call those TDCF. 10 days to cash flow, and 10 days or less, we get into some cash in your pocket and try to get the ball rolling a little bit. But anyway, yeah, we kind of get into some lessons. You may want to take out a pen and paper. We're going to get into some classroom teaching type things. Some stuff I wrote on notes. I'm going to put the link up for the note on my Evernote notes. Everybody know, if you've been following me, that I have a lot of Evernote notes. This is one of the entries. How to stop being broke and start being successful. Simple attraction marketing. Okay. And I got a lot of. One moment. I kind of don't want to be too. Whoops. I don't know if that's a lot of noise or not, but I don't care because it's a little warm. It's the middle of the summer. It's July. Anyway. I'm kind of going into a little bit of an article I pulled from a lot of different sources, a couple of sources. One article I pulled from that this isn't going to be directly from that, but it's going to be a little bit from that. Some of the main kernels. How to close, we recruit 8 out of 10 prospects. That's about an 80% sales closing rate. And that's a very high rate. We go into some details on how that a person can do that. And these are like some headlines I have on this thing. A simple way to do that is with attraction marketing. That's what the S.A.M. stands for. How to fail your way to success. This is from Dilbert Scott. He's a cartoonist. I'm not Dilbert Scott. Well, what do I mean, Dilbert Scott? Scott Adams, who was a cartoonist for Dilbert, my mistake. He creates the character Dilbert, the comic strip Dilbert. His book, he has a great book. I want to go into that book, into details on this particular book. He's got a great book among many other books. There's a lot of great books out there we could be reading with a lot of great information, a lot of great content for your people. Simple attraction marketing. Let me repeat that. How to fail, sounds like a headline, which it is. How to fail your way to success, from Dilbert cartoonist Scott Adams. Simple attraction marketing. 80% or higher closing rate. Actually, the article was saying with a high of 80% or up to 80%. So I don't really get into a lot of headlines, although they're very important, sales headlines. I'm just reading it because it just starts things off. But we're going to kind of get deep into some marketing concepts. So this is nutshell time, pay attention time. Recommended to get your pads and papers and note pencils and all of that stuff out. And I'm going to put the link up, but still, to follow along. You may have some ideas, you may have some brainstorms, you may get an aha moment, whatever. Attraction marketing. What in the world is attraction marketing? We'll get into specific definitions later. A lot of times I don't even get into a definition. I just give an example. Right now we're just going to break things down quickly, clearly, and as succinctly as possible. I'm reading the notes. Not word for word, but I'm paraphrasing. 2 words. Word number A, content. Word number B, interactions. Repeating. That's word number A, content. Word number B, interactions. Attraction marketing. There's not a full definition, But that's it kind of breaks it down. Let's break it down a little bit further. Content and conversations. You remember the triple C marketing. If you were with me last week and I talked about what triple C marketing is. A further breakdown, and I'll just to mention those who weren't, who were not abreast. Triple C marketing is content, conversations, and classifieds. And I can go into details on what that is. A further breakdown, value, provide value. Keep breaking that down further. Consistency in providing value. Well, provide consistent value. Value, provide value. Consistency, provide consistent value. Basically. Content. Let's delve further into content. I do a lot of these anagram things. I got something I call Ivy. It's spelled I. The three letter I's, excuse me, and then VEE, the letter V, and the two letters E and E again. Ivy. What does that mean? Ivy, the three I's, intriguing, interesting, and informative. We're talking about content. We're breaking down content. And value, remember I mentioned value earlier. Value-based content. That value will consist of, we're talking about Ivy, entertaining or educational, Something entertaining that people will laugh and chuckle and be, amazed by, whatever, and be entertained by, or something that they can learn from, or a combination of the two. That's Ivy. Intriguing, interesting, informative, value, entertaining, and educational. That's Ivy. That's value-based content. Okay, that's content that people look forward to. They're anticipating your content. They're appreciating your content. They're enjoying your content, and they're putting your content to good use for themselves. This is all part of the S.A.M process, simple attraction marketing. They don't dodge it if they see your name in an email or whatever. They don't ignore it. They don't skip over it. For the most part, you're not blowing their minds, but for the most part, they'll stop whatever they're doing, or if they happen to have time, and they'll consume your content. They'll read it, they'll view it, or they'll listen to it. Why? Because you put out great stuff. You don't put out anything whack. Your stuff is valuable and reliable because they've seen it, and they've seen how great your stuff is. Okay, interactions. Remember we mentioned interactions before, content and interactions. We just talked about content. And I'm going to put the link up for this stuff. You're going to check it out. I may do a PDF. I don't know. Delving a little bit further into interaction. What is that? Particularly social media interaction. Particularly. Not limited to that. But primarily that's what we're focusing on. Sharing, liking, responding. Back to questions and comments. Well, posting. I don't know how I missed that. Posting, commenting, sharing, liking, responding back to questions and comments, networking and connecting. That is interaction broken down. So I put all that under number 1, which is attraction marketing, broken down with Ivy and content and interaction. Number 2, speed. How long does it take? Is this a very, very quick process? Here's the definitive answer to that. Maybe. Not very definitive. Once again, I said maybe. We're talking about speed. How fast is this? Maybe. Or maybe not. It depends. Not just how you look at speed, but it depends on a lot of factors. The time lapse is going to depend mainly, for the most part, on your resources. So we won't really, for this type of marketing, let's not concentrate on the time frame or speed of results. At this time, what we want to concentrate on as far when it comes to speed is SOA. Speed, we're talking about speed of action, SOA, speed of achievement, SOA, speed of accomplishment, SOA, SOS, speed of success, speed of simplicity. SOP, speed of process, speed of building, speed of growing, speed of traveling, speed of creating, speed of performing, speed of preparing, speed of practicing, speed of playing, speed of training, speed of deciding, speed of implementing, speed of healing, and speed of rehabilitating. So you see how we took speed and we kind of flipped speed on its head. If you're obsessed with the need for speed, apply the principle of speed to all of the above situations, analogies, and you want quick results, focus on quick actions, fast actions, quick victories, and fast victories. Okay. Now back to attraction marketing. SAM, simple attraction marketing. One of those sales headlines that I mentioned earlier. Hey, how's it going, Pammy Pam? All right, we're talking about attraction marketing. We're talking about SAM, getting a little bit deeper into some marketing stuff. So best to take out your notebooks and, paper and take a few notes on these things, or go back and look at them. I'll be putting some links up, for certain things too. But we're on number 3. We're talking about, I mentioned earlier, I mentioned some numbers about closing 8 out of 10 prospects, which sound kind of crazy to some. It's kind of out there. How do you close 8 out of 10 prospects? Well, you have to redefine closing, sales, and recruiting. If you're going to close 8 out of 10, let's flip that situation on another side. Instead of closing them, instead of us closing them, why don't we have them to close us? Now, how do you do that? Well, we let them sell themselves to us. That's how you flip this 80% thing on its head. It's real simple. You turn the sales process into a job interviewing process. Now that's the change of psychology. It's a change of strategy, but a change of psychology. It turns the tables. If you have something that somebody else desperately wants, or desperately needs, then what type of position does that put you in exactly? Because they're the one that's needing what you have. Now let's use 2 examples. You got a job interviewer example. You got a drug dealer example. Or maybe another example, a concert promoter for a hot entertainer, hot musician or whatever. Hey, how's it going, Manny? Manny's in the house. 30-day challenge going strong. We're talking about marketing. SAM, S.A.M. Simple attraction marketing. Simple attraction marketing. We kind of get a little deeper into the marketing stuff on Tuesdays. We're on number 3 about redefining closing sales and redefining recruiting, when you turn the sales process into an interview process. And it flips the table, and it can't up your rate from the 10, 20% to 80%. 2 examples we're using: a job interviewer, drug dealer. What's up, big man? Concert promoter, talent scout for like a reality television show, whatever. Any similarities between these examples? So these are hot, valuable properties with a high in-demand product or service. So it's already got raving fans, raving followers, raving crowds. That means there's limited access, or limited spaces, or limited positions available. That puts you in a little bit of a power position, a power player position. So you have the ability to grant power, or grant favor, or grant access to others, or to those without it, or those who craving it desperately. That's what we're talking about with attraction marketing. They're attracted to you, and depending on how you work things, you don't have to be sneaky about it, but it's all in how you do things. You're kind of putting yourself in a position of granting it what not on the surface, but when you boil it down, you're kind of granting them a space to the table, because it's something that they want desperately. That's why they're attracted to you through your content, or they're attracted to you. Now, those are just some examples. Now, all those are big examples. They kind of denote big power, big influence, all this type of stuff. And you don't have to be amazingly huge, big, gigantic talent with all these skills coming out, out of the world. But you can be an expert in your tiny corner of the world. You can be an expert. You can be a leader in that corner. You can be an authority in that corner. You can do something called TEA. You're selling T. What is TEA? T is for trust, E is for expertise, and A is for authority. And each one of those have their own, they're 3 separate concepts. They're combined, but they're 3 powerful separate concepts, and you're providing value. Okay, number 5, a suggestion. If you're attracting, here's a suggestion: stop selling. I kind of have that in Yale, all caps. What do you want to call it? Exclamation point. Stop selling. Slow down. I know you're saying that's contradictory. You're trying to make money. That's very true. Here's what you're doing. Start suggesting. Start suggesting, and start recommending, and start inviting. Because it's a process that they go through that you want to do the selling, for the hard selling for you. Start suggesting things. Start recommending some things that might help somebody do this. Start inviting people to this, that, and the other. Okay, stop selling again. Number 6, stop selling. Exclamation point. Start qualifying and start auditioning. Remember we talked about yeah, man, that's some powerful stuff, man. I get that from another article, man. Just reading a lot. And they broke that stuff down, man. And each one of those by themselves are powerful within themselves. It takes a while to build them up. Find your corner, your little corner. I don't care if it's just autoresponders or WordPress or something. Find your little corner and start building that in your corner. Because what you know, the next person does not. You know, you don't have to fake it. The next person does not know how to do WordPress or whatever the little thing is. You know, so you don't have any excuse, just jump in there and start pitching. But number 6, man, out of this whole attraction thing, start qualifying. That's a power player position. Start auditioning. Let me see what you got. Now, you don't have to be upfront, demeaning, or whatever you want to call it with that. You don't have to be sneaky. You don't have to be condescending. You just, the way you present yourself, your time, and, your energy and your resources are important to you. So you want a high closing rate. So if you want a high closing rate, you have to qualify the people that are worth either pitching to or putting a presentation to or spending your time with. So you qualify people, pre-qualify, before you even get into anything to see who it is you're working with, see if they have the mindset. That's going to weed out a lot of people. That's one way you have your higher closing rate. Now, number 7, let's call this the reverse sales pitch. If you're selling CCT, which I mentioned T early, TEA, this is a different T. Okay, I'll see. CCT, you're selling T, commitment, consistency, time, energy, and attention. Valuable. All those things are very valuable. They're very valuable. It's not your time, it's their CCT. So what does that mean and how is it possible? What does it mean? It means whether you're selling a membership, an opportunity, or a mending or whatever, you're selling their attendance and their participation. You don't necessarily want their money just quick. Now remember, we're talking about 80% closing rate or up to an 80% closing rate. So most of your time would be pre-qualifying. And if you're pre-qualifying and building a relationship and pre-qualifying, the closing part doesn't come until the tail end of that. That's where the curiosity thing comes in at, and all that other stuff comes in at the tail end of that, because whoever you want to see this, you want to qualify them. Since they were attracted to you, attracted to your content, attracted to your brand, attracted to all of that. So to raise the percentages up, you got to lay the pre-groundwork. So a little bit of work involved. Doesn't mean it's complicated, but a little bit of work involved. So the 4 examples and analogies is qualifying and auditioning, and some commonalities underpinning each of those examples and analogies. This is kind of like going into the attraction, I guess you could say, process. A desire, a seduction, something that's alluring, that's tempting, that's delicious, that's tantalizing, exciting, that's pleasurable, that's need, it's a necessity, it's a compulsion with some, it's an obsession. All of these things create an attraction. I'll just look at it from another perspective. Hey, what's up, Cleo? Cleo's in the house. Crack a barrel. Now, what is the drug dealer's ideal customer? What does he really want? What would make his day? A loyal customer. Every drug dealer, just like every normal business person, wants loyal customers. Same thing with the sports recruiter. Same thing with the entertainment recruiter. Same thing with job interviewer. He wants a superstar employee or a loyal employee. All these similarities, they're all qualifying the person who's attracted to them, to that job, or to that career opportunity to be a star, or to the dope, or whatever it is that they're attracted to, put you in a power position, a power position player, and you're qualifying what you have. And like I said, you're not playing with people, because all these things become debatable. People have their own little this and that, and views, perspectives, which is fine. None of this is written in stone, but it's all in how you present things, what the effect is in the end. See, when you're doing psychology, it's kind of like a chess game. You're thinking 2 and 3 moves ahead of what the person's going to do. And once they follow the breadcrumbs, they're going to naturally go in a certain direction that you lead them into. Part of leadership. But yeah, all of these things go into the whole attraction process. Now, what I'm talking about, like I said, because the article that I looked at, and I did a whole radio show on it, and I'll probably do another one about it, and this powerful article was about the 8 out of 10, where'd it go? Can't find it. It was like an 80% closing rate. And 80% closing rate was based on the attraction marketing model. And, it's a simple process, but there's a lot of nuances to that process. So I haven't really even gone into that, but I'm mentioning some of that stuff in here as a side note to the whole attraction marketing thing, because the attraction marketing thing is a pretty powerful. There's pretty broad ways to do it. See, a lot of these things have different ways to do them. One way is not the authority on whatever that particular way is, but there's a lot of ways to do this. So these are some ways that have been worked. These are some ways that have worked in the past. But anyway, yeah. So doing a quick recap on that, I'm going to kind of leave it right there about what attraction marketing is, content and interactions, with Ivy for content, which is intriguing, interesting, informative, entertaining, or educational. People can't find content. I'll tell you where you can find some content. Go to Amazon or Barnes & Noble or the library, and go in there and find your favorite subject or a popular subject. Find out what's trending on Google, what's trending on Amazon, what's trending on eBay, what's hot and trending, or go to forums and find out what's since you want to attract people, what people are highly interested in. Not just jumping on the bandwagon of what specific product is selling, like the latest launch, but the questions that people are having, the problems that people are having, some of the most common questions and problems that people are having. And you look at what's popular, and that most people are just going through and they're having the same problem, kind of become an expert on that when it comes to your content. Go find a book on that or whatever. There's your content. And you may not be an expert after reading the book. You have knowledge that they don't have. You have information that they don't have from reading that one book. That's why I want to go back to this Scott, what's his name book? The Scott Adams, what's his name? Yeah. How to Fail Your Way to Success from Scott Adams, the Dilbert cartoonist. Excellent book. It's a little small book. It's a quick read. Excellent book. But anyway, I was just doing a little recap here. Content, the Ivy content rules, speed, different way to look at speed. We're not saying that it has to be slow and it can be speeded up, but we don't want speed to be the main focus. And if you have to focus on speed, we mentioned some ways on how to focus on speed. That was number 2. Number 3 was redefining closing sales and redefining recruiting. We flipped that on its neck and put you in the power position player. Put you as the person in the position of power in that whole sales process. You're not stuffing it down their throats, but there's a way that you can flip that whole sales process and skyrocket your closing rate. Number 4, become an expert and a leader with T, trust, expertise, and authority with value. Number 5, stop selling. Start suggesting, recommending, and inviting. Number 6, stop selling. Start qualifying and start auditioning. And then number 7, the reverse sales pitch is you're selling CCT, which is commitment, consistency, time, energy, and attention. And we had a few examples of all that stuff. So anyway, yeah, that's about it. So I just wanted to kind of go over a couple of little marketing principles today, go over some of the attraction marketing concepts, and some of the of the foundations, the cornerstones of that. There's much more to it, but I just gave 7 little points. And I guess a great article I read that went deep into it. That's amazing. It just blew my mind. It was a little quick article, somewhat quick, but it blew my mind on the whole attraction marketing thing. It made sense. I kind of knew it, but the way it gelled everything together was just amazing. I'll go into it. I already did a show about it, but I'll go into it again. I'll go on all this stuff again. But anyway, yeah, so this is Cab the Cash Flow DJ. Just want to come at you guys with a little bit of marketing stuff today, on some training stuff today on marketing principles. I'm getting out there on some strategies and some concepts and some tips and all that type of stuff, getting everything going. Hey, how's it going, Renee? Renee's in the house, my cousin from the Chi. What's up? Thanks for checking me out. But yeah, I just finished going over some stuff with this 30-day challenge thing. This is day 20. And talking about attraction marketing, going deeper into some marketing subjects, deeper into some business subjects, deeper into some just marketing concepts and stuff. Going deeper into that. And different days, we have different themes, and we cover different subjects, with different days. And today's is more of a marketing subject. But we have all different types of stuff we get into, depending on what's going on that day or that week or whatever. And we always got something going on. Good to see you though, Renee. Good to see you. But yeah, so get ready to head this bad boy out. This is Kev, the Cashflow DJ, with CashflowHustlesRadio.com and CashflowListBuilders.com, which is a hashtag the group economics movement. You know, I'm big into that. You know, check all of that out. And trying to get a couple of big projects underway, or the many big projects underway, which is the 10 Days to Cash Flow project. Hopefully that'll be ready the next week at when they start classes. And what's the other one? Oh, the platform for the group economics platform. We already have the Facebook group, and we got the list building thing, so we just go on to the next step to get the regular platform together, or the beginning of it, and then kind of put more work into that platform so we can get that platform up and perfected so people can start doing their projects and all of that. So yeah, I'll let you guys know about all of that. But I want to thank everybody for hanging with me, checking me out these days. We're doing a 30-day challenge thing. 30-day challenge is going pretty good. You know, hashtag MLA challenge is the group that's sponsoring it. This is My Lifestyle Academy. They're helping us. Invite you to do your own challenge. You know, we talked about this a couple of times about how you can do your own challenge and why you can do it. And it'll help you out in a whole lot of stuff in life, whatever you want to do. It doesn't have to be videos. It could just be whatever, you know. But yeah, so this is Kev, the Cashflow DJ. I'm out. Holler at you guys later. Good talking with you. Nice to see you. Appreciate your support. And be back tomorrow for episode 21, day 21 of the 30-day challenge for Cashflow Hustles. All right, I'm out. Kev, the Cashflow DJ. I'll holler at you guys later. Peace.